Hey friends, I wanted to hop on because I actually have some extra time today. So, in the new year, I knew that I wanted to revamp my business. I knew that I needed to clean out my office. I knew that I needed to get some systems going. And so, that took a lot of me, like, throwing away a ton of stuff that I just did not need cluttering up my office. And just really getting back to the basics of how I built the business to begin with, and just cutting out all the fluff, all the extra stuff that I didn't necessarily need, and trying to keep up with everybody else that I saw trainings on. And you may be a little bit overwhelmed if you're just starting, because watching YouTube trainings, like, they're doing the party packs and the happy mail and all the pretty stuff with the confetti, and that's where I was at. Like, I was so excited because it was so exciting to see all that. And just, at first, that was something that I wanted to do. But as I progressed, it was just something that I didn't really have time for. And it brought me a lot of anxiety. So I knew that I needed to cut out things that did not bring me joy or bring me more income, right? Because we're here because we want to make money initially, right? But in the new year, I knew that I needed to get some systems in place. I know what's going to bring me income. I know what's going to bring success to my business. But the way that I was doing it before brought me so much anxiety that I wasn't doing it. And so I really had to sit down over Christmas break, in between kids screaming and driving me crazy, and think, okay, what is the most important things that I need to do? How can I keep it simple? And how can I make it to where I sit down every single day and I can do this within an hour or two? Because when my kids are at daycare, like, I have extra time. But y'all, in the past few days, I've been putting the system into place, and I'm seeing it working already, to where I can sit here for 2 or 3 hours and I can really, really intentionally get things done. I can really, truly put my thoughts onto paper. I'm writing down things that I'm doing and goals. I'm keeping up with my paperwork, and I've got, you can't see, I'm about to show y'all. I might have to cover up some things. But my problem before is that I was printing out things. I was putting it in a pretty little binder with tabs, and I was thinking that I was going to go and open that up every day and work it and just know exactly where everything was and know what I needed to look at what time. And y'all, that was too much for me. I do not work like that. I need to have everything right here in front of me. Like, this is, to me, this is like my monitor, my screen. Like, when I was a nurse, we had the monitor with everything on it. We had the heart rate going up here and everything. Like, I've got everything right here in front of me that I need to know and I need to be constantly looking at and thinking about. I need it right here in front of me, not in a binder, not shoved somewhere under a bunch of junk on my desk. Okay, so I've simplified my business tremendously, and it's amazing. So I want to show y'all. Now, I've talked to y'all about the slay sheet. Yes, I'm using that, but I'm using it in coordination with other things. Okay. Follow-up is a big thing with this business. I have this binder, and I've showed y'all this before. It's not nothing fancy. It's not even a 3-ring binder. Okay, it's just a binder. This is my follow-up, my contacts, and my potential contacts. So I've printed out the past 3 months. I'm going to fold this over. You can go on your workstation, and it's going to look like this. It's going to be your personal volumes by order. So you go to My Performance. I'll have to go on the workstation and see, but it's under my performance. You click on that, you click on my personal volumes by order. It's going to show you all the orders from previous months. You can go change which month you want to look at. On this side that you can't see, it shows the order number, the name, and then over here it has, you know, whether it was on your website, Scentsy Club, whatever. You can see the amount and all that. So I have this for the past few months. And why I do that is because I do Happy Mail, and because I like to see who has recently ordered from me, because I don't always remember. I need to know that because the people that have recently ordered from me, I know that I need to go message them. I need to ask them if they got their package, if they were happy with what they got, check in with them and say thank you so much again. These are also the people that I'm going to go and say, hey, how would you like to get your next order for free? These are also the people that I'm going to go to and be like, hey, have you ever thought of making your own money off of your own purchases and your friends and family's purchases? This is my list right here. This is how I know. And if you're just starting out, maybe you don't have that many people that's ordered. That's okay. Go to your VIP group. That list of people right there that's in your VIP group, they have joined that group for a reason. So go and message them. Say thank you for being in my VIP group. You know, how would you like to get your first order for free? Bam. They haven't ordered from you before. Maybe they can't afford it. Maybe that, you know, makes a light bulb go off and they're like, okay, I'm going to do this. And they host a party for you or open a shopping link or whatever. Also, I go to my contacts, I go to contacts home, and then I go to export to Excel. I print out those contacts. I do just the phone number, okay? And this is something, I've printed it out, but I've also put it into Visly. Now, Visly is something that I've used for a long time. I didn't really utilize it to the best of my ability, but it's what I use to schedule my parties so that I don't have to sit there and schedule my parties and worry about every little post. It's what I use to now follow up with my customers through text message. It sends one big text message to everybody. And really, I've just gotten a few orders from that doing mystery bags, because I'll send them like my personal specials, my deals. I sent them my newsletter, and that's everybody at once. When I used the Amy app before, which is something that Scentsy had on the workstation, it was a follow-up app. I had to go in and message every single person individually, and that gave me so much anxiety that I just wouldn't do it. But Visly, it's like $10 a month. And if that's something that you are interested in doing, if you have a ton of contacts that you don't want to go and message every single person, I do recommend this. You go and put in their name, their phone number, and you can send one big message all at once. That saves so much time. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but that's what I use to follow up with everybody. I also saved everybody's email that has signed up for my Scentsy newsletter. So you can click and it says, it shows you the people that have signed up for your Scentsy newsletter under your contacts. So I go and click on that. I think I had like 60 something contacts, and then I went and copied every single email address and I put it in like a notepad or a Word document or something. So when I go to Google and I'm going to email those people some promotion or whatever it is, I just copy those emails and I put it in the to section, send it all at once. Okay, we don't have to do these things individually. This has saved me so much time. So I hope that this helps you. And you know, you may have to go through, and some of these may be people that have joined under you. Some of these may be people that, I don't know, for whatever reason you need to cross out their name. Maybe they're they were friends of somebody that joined under you. I have a lot of that. And so I have to mark out a lot of people. But I literally have pages and pages of people. And so in the first year, it's like, well, I didn't have, too many customers, too many contacts. But now it's just so much that I can't wrap my head around it. So I had to implement the system. Okay, so that's follow-up. That's the gist of that. I have pre-orders. I just started doing this in the past 6 months. Okay, I have a file container that I put my files in. This is my orders and pre-orders for the current month. And so I'll put either my orders from events or bulk orders that I do. And for each bulk order, I will paper clip them together. Okay, so let me get one that's not filled out. If you got the host kit, then you got the order forms, and they're going to look like this. I did not utilize these for a long time, and I am beating myself up about it, which I shouldn't. But this is for you to have record of the people that order under your bulk order. Now, yes, you can go in there and you can add each individual person on your bulk order and separate it all, but I've never done that. I didn't know to do it because I wasn't taught that. So you can go and put each individual person and their contacts in there, and that is great. But if you're like me, you're going to need a paper copy as well. And this also helps me with follow-ups, because this is another way that, if they're not in the system, if I don't print it out from the workstation, I'm not going to remember to go back and follow up with them. So every bulk order that I do an order form. And then I will keep that in a folder in my file bin. Let me show you. My file bin. I really need like a filing cabinet, but this works for now. And so, it has their name, what they ordered. You can put the date. If it's somebody that maybe they ordered from an event or whatever, definitely get their address, phone number, and all that good stuff. But if you know them and you contact them on Facebook or whatever, it doesn't really matter. That's how I follow up with a lot of people. So I put those in here, and then at the end of the month, I go and put it in my filing bin, and I put, what month it was. That's another way I follow up. Also, I have to have a to-do list. Okay, so this is either a daily or weekly task list, depending on what I need to do that week or that day. If that day has everything, fills out the entire thing, then I just get a new one the next day. So, some things, this helps me to put down my goals on here and to know, what I'm trying to accomplish in the first place. So, I wanted to schedule 3 parties. So, I'm working on that. Send a bulk email to my Scentsy newsletter subscribers. I did that with my newsletter. Talking about Valentine's Day, bring back my bars, and the double host rewards. I have to send a referral thank you to somebody that referred me. I have to send December Happy Mail. I figured out how to follow up with my contacts through Visly. I have to call my mortgage people. I have to call waste management because they're not picking up my trash. This is my everything to-do list, okay? And then I have my bulk order right here, and I'm putting who all I need to put on there. So, my task list, I have written down, this is just a piece of paper. With the Scentsy Slay, it tells you to follow up with a certain amount of people, to ask a certain amount of people to host, and to offer the opportunity to a certain amount of people. So that's what I did on this piece of paper. I put host certain number of people. Follow up with certain number of people, and then join. It's just a piece of paper. And I'm going to put that onto, if they message me back and they want to host, I'm going to put it on this. This is my party list. So I'll go in, it's good to have a record of who you talk to so that you can follow back up with them. But if they don't respond, I'm not going to write their name down. I'm not going to plan nothing, right? So I have 3 parties that I'm doing for this month so far. And I wrote it on here, the date, if it's a launch party or if it's, one of my parties. Okay, I'm going to show y'all. I feel like I'm giving y'all too much information. If you print it all out and you look at it kind of all at once, it looks like a lot. But essentially you're doing the same thing every day. You're following up with people. You're asking people to host. You're offering the opportunity. And I have a checklist that shows you like different things you can do each day. You kind of just have to make it you. I also have a bill payment checklist right here. So if I'm in here doing bills, I see that. I have a calendar up top. And that also has my party dates up there. So I see that. It's right there in front of me. I have a monthly agenda. So this is also where I can put people, if I've seen them or just maybe thought about them. If I saw them on social media, talk to them, whatever, and I'm like, okay, that's a good potential person to join, or that's a good potential host. I'll write it down. I have a list right here in front of me, so when I'm going to message those people, I see it right there. Get my water. And I'm going to share these systems with y'all so y'all can pick and choose what you want to use. Maybe you're not at that point yet to where you want to use all these. That's fine. I've got 100 different tabs open in my mind, and I need to be able to see what I'm doing for each of those. Maybe this ain't as simple as I thought. Okay. Just because I'm not simple, but nobody is. People are complex human beings. Okay, so also my monthly, this is my monthly view right here. I have join convos, and it has little boxes you can check off. Host convos, little boxes you can check off. It has goal PRV, goal parties, goal new recruits, and goal active frontline. And I put that as my goal right here. There's habit ideas. So this is not something that I fill out. It's just ideas of, maybe I'm wanting to go and do something that's income producing. Promote Cincy Club. Follow up. Build relationships. Fundraisers. There's a list of those things. If I'm going to have a sponsoring day, I look at recruiting. Offer a host exclusive kit to somebody. Share the opportunity with 10 people. Follow up on leads. Post a reel with lifestyle content, and how this business benefits you, something along those lines. Flip post. Share the opportunity with a friend. There's just, the list goes on, and you can, while you're sitting here, you don't have to think of, okay, what do I need to do to recruit, or how can I build my networking? There's a list of things, and it's amazing. Don't look at it and get overwhelmed. It says choose 3 tasks, and that's what I did. I underlined the things that I know that I want to do and accomplish. And this isn't a list for I'm going to do all these things today. This is when I'm sitting here and thinking of, okay, today's team day, and I'm going to look under leadership, and it says one-on-one coaching or reward what you want repeated. Post a shout out or something. Schedule a team page post, team incentives. There's a list of things, and this is gold to me. Gold. Networking. Make a referral system. Bam. Promote your referral system. Maintenance and thank yous. It's just gold, and I just appreciate the Cincy community so much because I didn't have to make these. I found these and printed them out and put them on my wall so that when I'm sitting here working, I see what I need to be doing. And I add, different things that pertain to me, my business personally. But I'm going to add all these files, and it will be at the top of this page under files, or I'll just post it somewhere in the group. But use these systems, whatever system works for you, use it to help you manage your time to where you can go in 30 minutes and you can be done for the day, and then you can spend the rest of that day spending time with your kids or doing something that you enjoy doing, because I've burnt myself out so bad in the past year. It's been a rough year. 2022, it was rough, okay? But I've burnt myself out, and I've just been going through the motions, just hoping that I'm doing the right thing and not really having a system. Get you a system. Something that helps you to follow up, something that helps you to book parties, something that helps you to get team members and offer the opportunity. And this is also helping me to be my truest self, my most authentic self, because I'm able to just show up on social media and be myself and not be stressing about how I need to do everything perfect. I have more time, and I'm not burnt out. Like, I'm excited because the system is working, So I would say, get you a system to follow up. Something that does not stress you out. Something that's easy and flows. If you just need to write down on a piece of paper your goal for that 15 to 30 minutes when you sit down, write down, follow up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Host, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Join, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the rest of that time you get to enjoy posting the stuff that you love, or sharing about how your Cincy Go works, or what scent you're using, and oh my gosh, it smells so good. Show up as yourself. Show your lifestyle, and stop worrying so much about trying to be perfect. But I'm talking to myself here. Alright, I hope that helped you. I hope that didn't stress you out, that maybe it gave you some ideas. Try to implement 1 or 2 things, and just really help your business to work for you. Alright, love you guys.